What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph. You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Okay. Is this a person or a group? I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to make the assumption this is a group, so we're going to go with that. Making their debut on the channel tonight. We have TM Revolution. Yes, indeed. How about that? TM Revolution making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Scott, and Scott wanted to see me react to this by TM Revolution called Chase the Thrill. Chase the Thrill. And is that like catch the wave or do the do? Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second. Yeah, I recognize this song. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by TM Revolution 83, okay? And the video has 27,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. TM Revolution, Chase the Thrill. Sub Espanol. Okay. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Lights out!
No, it's not. I was about to pause it and check to see if there was maybe a background processor going on because the videos vary start and stop. That's by design. And the reason I'm saying that, the reason I know for a fact that that's the case, you watch the lettering. They got the, follow the bouncing ball type of thing going with the illuminated light on the current word. It's going smoothly. It's going smoothly. It's not starting and stopping like the video's doing. So all this jittering happening in the live footage, that's by design. That's on purpose. Why in the world?
You're a goddamn disgrace.
Who thought of doing that? Who thought that was a good idea? Who applied that effect to the video footage and went, oh, that looks great. That's a keeper. Whoever did that needs to have both of their hands chopped off, completely cut off. Just cut off completely so they can never, ever ruin any more video footage like that ever again. That is just one of the absolute worst ideas I have ever seen applied to a music video. That is horrendous. And if I'm being honest, it's really, yeah, I'm going to, at best, at the very best possible level, it's a distraction. It's distracting from the live performance. Poor taste. Very poor taste. Poor judgment. Poor decision making. Dear Lord, this looks awful.
I wanna know, you're looking back, but I'm away, and we're wide and dark. Get away, I'm not a hating guy. I said so, you're shining in your eyes. All the time, I gotta be fast. I almost got, but I still take a chance. We got enough, before the overload. To engine load, too ready to explode. Say, can you fly to the dark out of yesterday? Making a future come right with me. Come on, Philly, give me. See someone inviting me. Is the easy that you want to believe? Feel happy, I don't really care. I feel like heresy. Now you are here with me. Feel happy, I don't really care. You see, I'm not again. Right through the night, see no light. Yeah. Push this race, the game's inside. I think that's against the great divide. You find the keys, I tell the body go. And don't you know, when in the danger zone, it's time to stop taking all over destiny. Facing your love, come on, ride with me. Come on, Billy, give me sight. Chase the morning, see the dream. But you're turning me when I agree. Feel healthy, I don't really care. You see, stop down again. Right through the night, through no light.
Despite the fact that the video is so poorly produced, and that jittering is just, I don't know about y'all, but it's hurt my eyes, man. It's awful. Despite all that, I'm digging what I'm hearing. I absolutely am. This is about as high energy as you're gonna get when it comes to the music, when it comes to the instrumentation, when it comes to the songwriting, the pacing of the song, the drive and the energy of the song, the feel of the song, the groove of the song. Non-stop high energy. I love it. I love everything about it for that reason. It's kind of giving me shades of Andrew WK, sort of, in that realm. More attention to vocals, at least quality of vocals, as opposed to Andrew WK, who was pretty much just shouting everything. There's actual attention to detail when it comes to pitch on his vocals. I like that. I'm digging the song. This is the kind of song, if I were to listen to this song while I'm driving, I'm going to get into trouble. Oh yeah, I'm going to get into trouble. I'm going to be driving along, and all of a sudden, woo, 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 I'm going to look behind me in my rearview mirror. I'm going to see the cherries lighting up, and I'm going to look at my speedometer, and the next thing I know, I'm doing 110 in a 65. Whoops. I could absolutely see that happening. Or worse, I'll be doing 60 in a 35 or something like that. No, I could absolutely see myself getting in trouble with this song. This is the kind of song that puts my foot to the floor. And unfortunately, the poor accelerator gets stuck in the middle. It absolutely drives you. It compels you to move. It compels you to do something, you know, to get yourself moving in a way that matches the energy and drive of the song. In the crowd, they got the towels, you know, and that's great. That's something. And I love how the lead vocalist has a towel and he's leading the charge, you know. He's getting them swinging it every time he gets up in front of them. And right there, by default, that's crowd interaction. So I'm trying to think off the top of my head, have they nailed all? Actually, I think no, they've got all 6. They've already checked off all 6 boxes. So all they got to do now is sharpen the saw. Now that I will say there is one checkbox that there's a couple checkboxes that they're checked, but they're not strong checks. They could be made to be strong checks. I don't know if they're gonna pull it off though. I don't know if they will. I guess we'll see. We still, oh my God, what? 4.5, 3, 7. No. $7 and this is almost an 8-minute long video. Really? Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't feel like it so far. We're doing just fine on that end. Let's get back into this.
This is the hit that you all believe.
I like that chorus.
Push it to the limit with how to feel.
Nice double kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost 8 minutes. 7:48. Didn't feel like it. Nope. No, that time does not feel accurate at all. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was TM Revolution with a tune called Chase the Thrill. This was a request from Scott. Okay. I wanted to say something, but I think I'm going to hold it. Yeah. Let's just do the score first, and then we'll get to everything. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.7. Yep, 8.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.7. What does that mean? Well, an 8.7 would translate to a great scale rating because overall, I think this was a great overall presentation. It would also give 4 to 5 stars and an A letter grade. Yeah, an A. So there you go, an 8.7, great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. I'm going to address this first. I was thinking about doing this before the score, but I think it's appropriate to do it now, though, at the beginning of my explanation. The music video. Okay, listen. I'm not talking about the live performance. I'm talking about the video, the quality of the video that we saw. I saw the name it was posted by, TM Revolution 83, and I was thinking to myself, there's a possibility that might be their official channel. So I went and I looked. It is not their official channel. That is a fan site channel. Okay. If that had been their official channel, I would have absolutely torn that video to shreds. I'm still gonna tear it to shreds, but not in a way that affects the score. The band TM Revolution has absolutely no control over that channel. They have no control over the content that channel posts. Okay, so it's not their fault. It's not their doing. Had this video been posted on their official channel with all that jitteriness, and by the way, I went and checked. I played the video on the channel, just streaming it directly from TM Revolution 83's channel page. It's just as jittery. It's just as bad. So, no, that had nothing to do with my computer. It had nothing to do with my graphics card. It had nothing to do with my system. That is 100% the video. Wow. If that had been up on their official channel, I would have torn them apart. How could they post something so sloppy looking? But no, it's not their fault. So therefore, the video quality, just to put everyone's mind at ease, the video quality is not a factor in the score, okay? The score did not come down at all because of it. Now, as far as that 8.7, how'd they get it? Well, they got it for a number of reasons. Number one, the songwriting. I made the comparison to Andrew WK, and I absolutely stand by that. Personally, I think they did better than Andrew WK. The vocalist definitely has a leg up on Andrew WK without question. Andrew WK does more, I guess the best way to put it would be melodic shouting. There is pitch in his vocal approach without question, but he puts far more effort and far more attention into being as projected and powerful and loud as he can possibly be, as opposed to pitch, okay? Now, this guy, he can sing, and he demonstrates his singing ability really well. He still uses power, he still uses projection, but that's not his focus. His focus is on his pitch. You can tell. I like that. I think that definitely shows some talent there without question. The chordal progression in the song, I dig it. Especially the chorus. The utilization of major chords within the minor within the minor mode, I think that was really nice. It was a nice contrast. The progression itself, B down to D, down to the third, up to the 4, skip the 5 and go to the 6. Yeah, I like that. It's different. You know, these guys, from when I was listening to the song, I did hear fifths. I did, but I didn't hear them very often. Every once in a while, they would put a fifth in, usually as a turnaround point from phrase to phrase, not mid-phrase, just whenever the verse was ending and we were going to go into the chorus, there was a fifth there. When we're going to leave the chorus and go back into the verse, there's a fifth there, type of thing. But, you know, within the middle of a phrase, no, it was never a fifth. It was always utilizations of thirds, fourths, sixths, and sevenths. And I thought that was really smart. It keeps the song from becoming, how should I put this, predictable, I guess is the best way, but yet still pleasing to the ear. And I thought that was really cool. Very hooky song. A very hooky song. Now, I have a question. This song, to me, sounds like a hit song. I don't know if it is or not. So, TM Revolution fans, please clue me in on this. Was this song a big hit for them? It sounds like it was. It sounds like it, from the way that the song was structured, the beat, the drive, the energy, the chordal progression, the melodic lines, the harmonies and the vocals, it all screams hit song. Was it? Was this a hit song? Or is this one of those songs that never really gets a whole lot of airplay, but, you know, they'll play at live shows because the crowd loves it, you know? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. As far as placement of the song, something tells me this was the end of the show. Something tells me that this was the show closer. And what I mean by show closer, I don't mean encore. I don't mean the last song before we get to the encores. No, I mean this was it. This was the show closer. It was the final song of the night, the last encore. It has that appeal. It absolutely does. You know what the funny thing is, though? I could also see this song being utilized as a show opener. You want to talk about starting your live show off with a bang? You want to get the most bang for your buck? You want to make a positive impact on the crowd, set the mood and tone for the entire night, and lead the folks into the direction of where the entire show is going to go? You play a song like this, and you're going to set the mood and tone real easily and be able to create that type of a high energy atmosphere that you want for a band like this. As far as the musicianship from all the musicians, they all sound like they can play their instruments just fine. I got no issue with anything I heard from any of the instruments. I already talked about the vocalist. I think he did a fine job with his vocals. No, overall, I would give this song, just the song, about an 8.1. I mean, it's not a terribly complex song, but it's very pleasing to the ear. It's got a nice groove, nice drive, nice energy. I dug the tune. I would absolutely give the song on its own, like a studio recording of this, I would give it an 8.1, no problem. But I'm giving this an 8.7. What happened there? Well, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you already know what I'm going to say. So say it with me, kids.
Sing it out one time.
A live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. In this case, it helped. It absolutely helped. Now, here's the thing. It did help. Yes, it did. It could have helped more. Okay, trust me, I have my reasonings. I'm going to back them up. I guarantee you. There was potential for this to get a higher score. There absolutely was. Let's go to the checklist. You'll see what I'm talking about. Stage presence, check. They look like performers. They acted like performers. And I got no problem giving that check for stage presence all day long. Stage energy, okay. I'm going to give it a check. It's not a strong check. It could have been stronger. A lot stronger. The lead vocalist was really putting in work the entire time. The only time I ever saw him stop moving his feet was to interact with the crowd and, wave the towel around. That was the only time I ever saw him stopping his feet. And at the very top of the stairs when he was, again, interacting with the crowd. Those were the only times I ever saw him stop moving his feet. Other than that, he was just constantly moving. I love that. I love everything about it. My question is, why were the musicians not at least putting in half the effort that he was? They barely moved. They pretty much stayed in their little, 5x5 square. And I'm just like, I don't get that. It doesn't look right. When you have one person in the band, doesn't matter, lead vocalist or not. I mean, if anyone's going to do the energy like that, it better be the lead vocalist. But why is the lead vocalist doing all of the work when it looks to me like all the rest of the musicians are fully capable of doing it? I saw all these ego blocks. They were never utilized, except by the lead vocalist. What's up with that? Why? What's stopping the guitar player and the guitar players and the bass player? What's stopping them from getting up on the ego blocks? I don't understand that. I don't understand why the other members of the band who are fully capable of moving around and playing, why they didn't put more effort into it. I don't know. That was a little bit of a eye catch and not in a positive way. So did that affect the score? Yeah, it did. Unfortunately, it didn't. It didn't affect it in a negative. Well, I mean, it depends on your point of view. It didn't bring the score down, but they could have, if I had seen more effort being put out from the other members of the band, I would have raised the score even more. Absolutely, I would have. So that's one point of contention. Stage interaction. Yeah, I saw it happen once. I saw it happen one time, so it is getting a check, but it's kind of a weak check. I really wish, and again, there was plenty of opportunity. I mean, there was that guitar player over on stage right that was right next to the bass player. They could have interacted with each other a number of times. They never did. They didn't even face each other. Again, a little disheartening. One of those times where I could have given it a higher score if I had seen more attention given to that aspect. And unfortunately, we didn't. They got the checkbox, though. They did get the checkbox. Okay. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This is the main reason that we're going to talk about. This is the main reason we went up 0.6. And that's the crowd interaction. Big check. Huge check. Constant crowd interaction. The entire performance felt like there was crowd interaction happening at all times from somebody. Now listen, I know I've been critical of the guitarists. I know I've been critical of the bassist when it comes to the stage energy and the stage interaction, but I will say this. I saw a number of times from all three of them where they interacted with the crowd. So I'm not upset. I'm not mad. They did what they did and it looked good. I'm glad we got at least crowd interaction out of them. But the lead vocalist had that covered, man. He was just all over the place. Every opportunity he had to interact with the crowd, he did. He took it upon himself to lead the charge, and it was very obvious. Reinforced by the other three members, which I was really, really, really happy to see. So, yeah, that is the number one reason why we went up by 0.6 was the crowd interaction. Showmanship, check. The lead vocalist, again, just putting on a phenomenal visual live spectacle. So, yeah, that absolutely gets the check. Production, clearly the light show was designed with the go with the song. Every time the double kick would kick in, the light switching was rapid right with it, right on the beats. That's just one example. There was those kind of examples were happening through the entire song. So production was definitely there without question. There could have been more. Yes, there could have been more, but what we had was just fine. So this is how we're coming up to an 8.7. And I know people are going, well, what if? What if they had done more stage interaction? What if there had been more stage energy from the other three members of the band? How high would we have gone up? I don't know. I have no idea. I know we would have gone up. We might have been at an 8.9. We might have been at a 9.0. We might have been a 9.3. I don't know. I wouldn't know unless I actually saw it happen. Unfortunately, we didn't see it happen. So, but we're still getting a great score of an 8.7. Great live show. I was really happy with what I saw. Could be better, but you know, for what we had, it did the deed, man. It absolutely did. And what I saw matched with what I heard. So that was really well done. Like I said, I have a feeling this was either the very last, the final song of the night, or maybe the show opener. I have a feeling it was the final song of the night, but it could have worked as a show opener very easily. So yeah, 8.7. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.7, which is a great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.